If you look at why we took the short after it hit 91, why did we take the short after it hit 91?
Uh, if we look left, there were some peaks at the 89.50 level, and if we look further left, I'm seeing the 89.50s, but I'm not really seeing so much the 91s.
Okay, let me show you this for a second. Hold on, let me lock this.
It's the same ballpark. I have 90, David has 91, 89.50. It really is the same arena.
Right.
Yeah, it's like right in that general area, but it's like 90, 89. It's not going to be so far off, but you see this? You see this
Yeah.
right here? What I'm talking about? If I move over the smaller chart, you see that, and you see what happened here?
Yeah.
So there's a trigger. What that means is there's a plan of action, right? You have a plan, you have an idea, you have some areas, right? We can talk about what would trigger a person in. You take a look at what Marjorie saw, you take a look at what Wendy saw, you take a look at what I saw. They all fit into the picture, the context of the market. You have a shoulder, a head, a shoulder, and a potential resistance to pull it down, right? Here's the shoulder, here's your resistance. I saw a double top. Wendy saw peaks where you would look to short. Marjorie saw a head and shoulders area for a continuation of short. This is what I mean, that you have to learn to do less more often. That means is you see how where you were looking to go long, or even in the general area of 86, 87 right here. I'm not saying it's a bad area. I'm saying that you're coming from major resistance and it hasn't been enough price action movement for you to develop anything. What you got to learn to do is learn to develop trades only when you have a clear understanding of why you should be getting in there and what should take place after that. I could see why people didn't go long here, right off this V bottom. Maybe it's just not enough information. When price comes back to an area of resistance, for me, if I saw a double top action going on right here, then I'm gonna look to short, and that double top needs to retest the neckline, right? See why I came up over here and it bounced? That's my idea. If the price action just stalled right here and then found support, I would more than likely exit my position, because this double top idea needs to go through and come down to the neckline for me. That's what it needs to do. If it found micro support here, I would get out of the position and let it go back up. Right?
Right.
There needs to be ideas behind your trade. If you're
Why did you get long? Sorry, go ahead.
where you talk about the V bottom,
Yeah, the V bottom.
I did.
Finish your thought. Finish your thought,
82.
please.
Oh no, my thought's done. 82.25 is my long position to go up, right? But I could see why people didn't get long here. Maybe it's just not enough information for somebody to get long. You have to learn to build what is going to trigger you into the position, right? If mine's a double top, right? That means that I need to let it come up, come back down, come up, reject it twice, and then go for the short, right? I know its main level of resistance, and I'm looking for the rotational movement to get short from that area. If, for people, this area right here, this long position, what I'm saying is maybe it's not enough information for you to be comfortable with going for the long. That's fine. I'm not asking you guys to go for the longs with us on those areas. What I'm asking is that you guys learn to take entry positions off of clear setup ideas and areas, right? Right. If you have a setup like a slingshot setup, right? What that means is that the position comes down, comes back up, comes back down again, and finds the support at your level of support. Your position to go long is to go long and to the neckline, through the neckline. If the position doesn't pass this neckline and it comes right back down, you exit the position without thought. You know what I mean? When you're trading, it should not be something that you think about. The only time you think about something is when you're creating the plan of action, right? When you're creating your plan to trade from. Outside of that, you shouldn't have too much thought when you're actually putting yourself into a position. Once you put yourself into a position, then you should think, okay, if I took a double bottom, then this should go to the neckline, through the neckline. If it doesn't do that, then I will exit my position with whatever profits that I have, right? Now, it's not always going to be that easy, but the only way you get better at this stuff is learning to take this and do it repetitively, right? But you got to learn to stop jumping in and only take the trades that will signal you in based off of a trigger.